But this is going to be an interesting first start.
Here we go. We hear the revs coming up. And there's the gate drop on Moto 2, the WMX. Let's see who it's going to be. A big start from one of the Kawasaki riders coming in the first turn.
I'm going to make a prediction and say that's Bree Sheldma.
I'm pretty sure that was Kylie Stallings.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Okay, Kylie Stallings. So our first Moto winner, we've got a big pileup going on over here to the right of the tower, but our first Moto winner, Kylie Stallings with a massive hole shot. That was absolutely wild. Here's a name we didn't throw into the prediction. Second place is number 17 of Hannah Hodges. Katie Benson's back there. Where is Sophia Phelps?
Sounds like may have gone down.
Yep.
And Kira, how about it? Called Stallings, and she's trying to live up to the hype coming around the first turn first.
Numbers don't lie.
Here is the number 56 of Sophia Phelps coming around with maybe 3 bikes behind her, so this is going to be a very long race for her, but also a very short race for her because we went from a 20-minute race down to a 15-minute race.
But again, if you watch Sophie every moto, if she comes from behind, this is where she puts in the hardest amount of work, and somehow every time it breaks the top 3.
Absolutely, but this is not looking very good for her right now. Kylie Stallings is putting a considerable gap on our second place rider, Hannah Hodges.
I was just about to say, you girls even talked about it yesterday after the race. Stallings did not look satisfied with that first moto. She has come out swinging here in Moto 2, already opening up well over a second on second place. Hannah Hodges, who's no slouch either. On screen, you see the number 17, Hannah Hodges, getting ready to come up and over the Rocky Mountain. And that's a good start for Hodges. I don't think she was quite that far up in the start in Moto 1, so we'll see what the number 17 is able to do. And there on the top side of your screen, you could just see the Kawasaki of Stallings dancing around that Thor sand sweeper.
I'm not seeing Lachlan Turner up there.
I have not seen Lachlan either, but I am seeing that a 28 of Katie Benson. She had a little bit of a rough moto yesterday. Something ended up cutting through her tire into her tube and giving her a rear flat, so that's why we didn't see her at the end of that race. She is turning around this moto. Looks like she's trying to catch up to the back end of Hannah Hodges, but Hannah Hodges is pulling out of a slight gap as well. Our third place rider, Anissa Ingersoll, I'm not sure how she finished the first moto, but I remember watching her on Super Minis.
Going to be the number 61, Ingersoll, finishing 12th in Moto number 1, trying to respond, holding down that final podium spot for now. But Katie Benson and Lincoln Strawer there in the 5th place spot. Shelby Rowland holding down 6th, and still looking, where is Lala Turner there, now checking into the 16th spot. So the work is cut out. Preston Rains there in the 14th spot. She's one of the GNCC women as well, maybe taking advantage of the wet conditions.
So Sophia Phelps has gone from only having 3 bikes behind her coming past us, coming by the 10 Commandments section a lap ago, to now being in 24th. So that's obviously,
looks like
our 4th place rider, Anissa Ingersoll, has gone down in the 10 Commandments just past us, getting her bike up, trying to get back out there.
And Ingersoll still trying to remount that KTM, kind of stuck on the side of one of the 10 Commandments. She looks to be okay as she gets back on and heads back onto track, but that was a gnarly one.
That honestly probably went about as good as it could have gone.
As far as things going bad, it went well for things going bad.
As good as it could have gone, for sure.
There's no good crash, but that was not the worst it could have been. As now it looks like Hodges, I believe that was who we were seeing on screen there.
I could be mistaken, but it's looking to me like the track is pretty one-lined. Like, you know, I think insides is where it's all at, and you try and go out too wide, it's just all slick and just muddy still.
And Taylor, it's such a good point to bring up because you don't want to follow. We've been preaching it all week, not only because you can't make a pass, but you don't want to be eating roost the whole time. But yeah, you go a little too far to the left, a little too far to the right, especially as thick as things are right now. We have seen this track reach up and bring people to a complete stop if they get out of those main lines.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm watching Sophia, you know, and she's trying to go through the pack as hard as she can, but it looks like she hasn't passed many riders, and I really think that's due to the track being one line for sure.
And that's going to be interesting when it comes to the number 66 of Lachlan Turner. She obviously was up front early in Moto 1. She's clearly going to be pressing hard to get up at least inside that top 10 here in Moto 2, but she tries too hard. She tries forcing an issue. She might find herself back on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. I personally have watched Lachlan the last couple years here, and the first year she was here, she was battling with Kylie Stallings in the girls class, but she ended up having a bit of a tough week, due to just some unforeseen mistakes, some small mistakes that led to some crashes and stuff like that. It's looking like she's figured that out. We didn't see those mistakes in that first moto, but we'll see. She's moved up to 8th from, 16th, I believe, so she's definitely pushing. She looks good. She's running the same lap time as our leader, Kylie Stalling, coming through the pack.
Yeah, that is, we can't stress it enough just how impressive it is to be able to do it in the thick of battle, in the thick of the top 10 there. So Lala Turner headed towards the front. She's got Brianna Shatima there in the number 7 spot on the number 15. Shelby Rowland holds down 6th. And as we now get updated timing and scoring, Kylie Stallings having about a 15, technically 14.6 second lead over Hannah Hodges. Then it's about 2.8 seconds back to Katie Benson. So Katie Benson also on the move. She's putting the pressure on the Hodges. Taking a look on screen, you're able to see just how chewed up those 10 commandments are getting. Deep ruts inside each and every one of them. So many different rhythms in the 10 commandments that can be done. Some riders, of course, going with the single, 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 single. You get these deep ruts going all the way up the faces. And so when a rider tries to pull a double or maybe even a triple, they get sent off in the wrong direction, as now watching the ruts go into Storyland. And Kira, I mean, these ladies aren't even able to sit down. The rut's so deep, having to stand on the pegs. This is getting brutal.
It definitely is, but boy, Kylie Stallings is doubled her lead. 7 seconds to 14 seconds between this lap and the last lap, and they're just going for it out here.
Yeah, without a doubt, Stallings looking fantastic at the moment. She's got that clear track in front of her, dealing with a lap rider here and there, but definitely an advantage not having roofs sprayed at you, having to pull a tear off every corner or so.
I don't know about you, Taylor, but that corner looks really fun right now. Those were some awesome, perfect ruts going around that corner. That looks like fun to me, but this track is treacherous. Me and Weege were just sitting over here talking about this race, about next race, things like that. We're watching Sophia Phelps. She went past a couple people in the corner after the 10 Commandments, looking to see if she's able to keep that momentum going. The longer the race goes, the harder it is to make passes, partially just because everybody spreads out so much by that point. Your worst thing you can do is to fall in the first 2 laps. If you're going to fall, do it at the end. You won't get past as much. So unfortunately, we're seeing that happen right now. Lachlan Turner is coming around in 6th place. Looks like it's taken her maybe a little bit to get going. She's still running 5 seconds faster than our leader. But, you know, we're looking at the time gap between Kylie Stallings and Hannah Hodges. We're at a 16.5 second gap. She's not really pushing. She's being smart right now. She's taking it easy. She doesn't have any reason to push.
And Jordan, you make a great point when you talk about somebody like the 66.
Oh, that was Katie Benson. I'm sorry. That was Katie Benson that fell over in this corner before the 10 Commandments right here. So she might have lost. No, she did not, but it allowed our 4th place rider to catch up to Katie Benson.
So how about that? A big shakeup inside the top 5. Lachlan Turner, she's thinking big picture. She came into this week looking for a number 1 plate. She is dying to get inside the top 10. She now finds herself in 6th. If she's able to work her way inside the top 5, maybe even knock on the door of a podium, she is still in this WMX title fight. One rider down hard in the 10 Commandments just outside the tower. We look back on screen as we check into Storyland.
I am going to point out, I think Kylie did the most smartest thing you can do here at Loretta's. I remember, like, over my years of racing here, your first 2 to 3 laps need to be your sprint laps. I mean, no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, those first 2 laps need to be your sprint laps.
And Taylor is such a good point, especially in conditions like this. Stallings said, I'm going to take the clear sight, and I'll see you guys at the finish line, because she has run off from this thing. RUNNOFT, as they like to say, run off with it out here in the WMX Race 2. As we still have a couple of minutes left checking out. Looks like they're either about to throw the 2-minute card or they're putting the 2-minute card up. So we will see. Looks like the 2 card's about to come out for your leader. So winding down here on this second WMX race. And Kylie trying to prove you right up there leading the way right now.
Yes, she is. My prediction was correct as of right now.
There we go.
Could change, but as of right now, it's correct.
And Hannah Hodges still having a solid ride in the 2nd place spot. Stallings definitely dropping the pace a little bit. She now checks in with a 2:30 for a lap time. So 2 minutes, 30 seconds, almost 10 seconds slower than she had the lap previously. Not sure whether that was checking up, just trying to bring this thing home, or whether that was having to deal with traffic in front of me. Hodges now checks in with a 2:29 15 and a half seconds back.
Looking forward, I know it's a little bit early to call, but second motos is what's going to set you up for the championship moto. Kylie's looking really good right now.
Kylie's looking awesome. Lachlan Turner's unfortunately not looking the best. Neither is Sophia Phelps right now, which is heartbreaking.
Hey.
Not totally sure what's going on with Lachlan. She was ahead of Sophia. Lachlan Turner has now dropped down to 8th place. Sophia Phelps has moved up into 6th. Sophia, though, is running a 2:21, almost a 2:22, and she's unfortunately a couple seconds behind the rider in front of her, but
Hey, real quick, guys, got to make an attention in the pits. We are going to go through race 19 today. We are going to make it through race 19. So race number 20, you are off the hook for today. Race number 20 will not be lining up. And going to get a 250C Junior 12 to 17 Limited. You will not race today. Once again, attention in the pits, attention on site. We will only be racing through race 19 today. Now back on track here as the final laps are underway. White flag going to be coming out here in just a couple of seconds as Kylie Stallings on the Kawasaki tries to bring it home here in Moto 2.
right now we are watching the battle between Katie Benson and Vivian Contreras.
And we will see, looks like another rider going down in the Commandments. And I believe that might have been one of the riders we saw down in the Commandments earlier. Geez, that is a tough day. You go down in the same section. Just sometimes seems like one of those, you have one of those days.
Kira, I have to ask you, watching this, does it make you want to try Loretta's one time?
Yeah. It would be fun. It would be fun to do a lap or two on the track. I don't know if I'd ever race it.
You can be the sight lap leader next year.
There we go. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
Yeah, there you go.
It's kind of cool for me to watch this race because I grew up, a name I know really well from growing up is Ashley Filick, and she's back and racing again this year, and she's in 11th, and she's doing pretty good for coming back. And
Absolutely. I looked up to Ashley so much when I was younger. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I did a book report, or not 2 years ago, but when I was in elementary school, I did a book report on her. And so 2 years ago, I had sent her that picture, and it was just so funny looking back, you know.
yeah, she's awesome, and I looked up to her as a kid too, just like as a fan of this sport and
Yep.
and being around it for so long. It's so cool to see her doing what
She's
she
definitely
does.
an amazing aspect to the sport, for sure.
And a huge shout out to Ashley there. Like we said, running in that 11th place spot on the number 67, making a return. I know she posted on social media. I don't remember the exact number of years, but it has been a long time. And she decided to make a return. Said, I had a good time at the ranch growing up. I think I can do it again. So great to see her knocking on the door of a top 10 here in Moto 2.
So we are, me and Taylor are up here very closely watching the live timing, keeping an eye on everything, seeing where Sophia Phelps is. She has fallen, possibly, and Lachlan Turner has gotten back around Sophia Phelps. So we are talking about Lachlan Turner, who got third in the first moto, Sophia Phelps, who got second. They're running in 6th and 7th right now, so everything is looking phenomenal for Kylie Stallings right now.
Without a doubt, as Stallings has got the white flag out in the air on her final lap. And take a look at the positions gained for the two names you just dropped, Lachlan Turner and Sophia Phelps. Turner passing 10+ riders, and Sophia Phelps over 17 passes. That's pretty impressive. I don't care who you are.
Absolutely, especially in these conditions right now. I mean, that's amazing.
Riders going all over the place. You even saw Stallings right there getting a little kick from that Rocky Mountain sand section. We've seen it. It seems like as soon as a rider tries to get comfortable, they think they've got it wrapped up, this track reaches up and grabs you. So Stallings just trying to keep focused. They got about 2 turns left to go here for this second WMX race.
That was an impressive ride by Kylie. She just, took that whole shot and went for the rest of the race. And then with a 20-second lead is pretty impressive.
She's been very smart this race, and that's what I was talking to with, all of my friends who I'm pitted with and stuff like that. The key to this race is consistency.
All right,
Who
Kira,
can stay up?
You called it. Bring it home. Who's taking the win?
Checkered flag is out, and Kylie Stallings has the win of the WMX Moto.
There we go. So she called it. Great job there, Kylie Stallings. That's how you want to do it. That's textbook. Get out front early and wave to them to the checkered flag.
Absolutely. If there's any better way to win other than that, I couldn't tell you, because that was an awesome ride by her. Could not have gone better. Came out with the whole shot, led the entire time, had a good race, had a very comfortable race probably. Oh, wow. And second place actually goes to Katie Benson. She made a last lap pass on Hannah Hodges. Not sure what happened there. Lincoln Soror in fourth. Vivian Contreras in fifth. Still waiting on our fifth place rider. And it is, excuse me, Vivian Contreras is...
We got our timing and
live timing is not sure what's going on.
Jumping all around there. Yeah, not sure what was going on.
We will get back to you in just a second.
So we will wait to get the official word.
Live timing's making me think I'm going crazy.
Playing tricks on Jordan up here. There we go, popping back up.
Okay.
And it looks
so Lincoln Soar is third. Katie Benson moves back to fourth. Vivian Contreras in fifth. Sophia Phelps in sixth. Brianna Sheldma in seventh. Sydney Mason in...
looking like the... All right, so we're going to run off of what we're seeing on Racer TV. I'm bailing Jordan out here because we've got two different screens in front of us. We do know Kylie Stallings got the win. We're positive of that. The rest of the top 10 was shuffling around on our timing and scoring. And so
It's
we
like
will.
a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I was about to say they wait for us to say a name and then they move the name. But there is Hannah Hodges, and I believe that is the second place spot.
We don't know. We're going to be honest with you.
Hey,
we don't know.
You know what? It's going to be
don't.
real easy to find out here in just a couple of minutes because Jason
I think it's
Wygant.
Katie in second because Hannah Hodges and Lincoln Soror are sitting next to each other. So Lincoln finished fourth. Hannah had to have finished third. We're going to say, don't hold it to us. We don't know what's going on just yet. Vivian Contreras in fifth. Sophia Phelps in sixth. Brianna Sheldma in seventh. Sydney Mason in eighth. Lachlan Turner in ninth. And Ashley Folick in 10th. How about that?
Look at that, a great
10 finishes
ride
for Ashley Folick.
The number 67, no quit there, making a pass on the final lap. And looks like that is going to bring the top 10 in. We're going to send it down to Jason Wygant standing by at the podium.
Thanks, gang. Kylie Stallings looking good going into Moto 3, sitting on a pair of pocket aces, as our old friend Wes Kay would say. Gold and gold in the first two motos. And it starts by doing this with the Stasic Hole Shot Award. With the way this track has shaped up, Hole Shot, gold medal, Kylie Stallings. There you go. Well, so far, it's exactly the way you would have drawn it up. Good battle in Moto 1, and this time you were able to control it. You got to be pretty happy so far.
Yeah, that was a good moto. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Get the start, and just pull away, and then start stacking up the laps. And Mike was like, just breathe and just ride the race and do your laps, and you'll be all right.
All right. Who do you want to thank for this so far?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my trainer Robbie Raynard, Fox, Monster, Dunlop, Bob Fox from Dunlop, Roost, Ajax, Maxima, Renthal, Guts, everybody that's helped me out. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Katie Benson, everybody, with the win. Kylie Stallings, sorry, and Katie Benson is second. We're already planning second. Kylie Stallings, I need Katie Benson to come on up. Second place. As soon as I heard a sight lap start, I started rushing. There we go. There's our second place finisher. We got to keep these podiums short today as we're speeding up the program. Let's hear for Katie Benson in the number 2 spot. Hey, Katie, good job. How's the track right now?
It's good. It's definitely a little deep. I made some mistakes, and I know I made that last lap charge, last turn as hard as I could. I gave it my all.
That's cool. All right, who do you want to thank for it?
My mom, my dad, everybody, my friends and family at home watching, Monster, Fox, for everything you guys do, thank you. Dunlop, and everyone else, thank you. Triangle Cycles, Rusty, I'm so thankful for them. They helped me so much in Corey. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, let's hear for Katie Benson, second place in WMX. And I think Hannah Hodges was able to take that third place spot. Welcome back to the podium. Many, many visits up here. Good to have her back. Let's hear it for Hannah Hodges. I love that you keep the racing thing going. Still got the regular job and all that? Still doing all that?
Yeah, I got 3 jobs now.
3 jobs. Is this one of them or is this 4th?
This is 4th.
How much do you even get to prepare these days?
I normally try and ride on the weekends. Luckily, I got a track built at my house, so if I'm not training kids in the afternoon, then I might get one day in during the week.
You getting tired of these motos, or you got it?
I felt better that moto. I know it was shorter, but I think I just rode tight in the first moto. I just haven't been on a track that rough in a while, so I think I'm ready for it now.
Cool. Who do you want to thank, Hannah?
Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe. My mom and dad, Jake, Toilet Designs, Alpine Star, Scott, Dunlop, Renthal, Maxima, Power Band, Tyler, Billy, everyone there, and anyone else I forgot. Thank you.
All right, there's Hannah Hodges with the bronze.